That part of the intrigue for you coming here is having a program that's going to run the ball a little bit more.
Well, absolutely, yeah. Just wants to do a little bit of what I know and what they've done before. It's not like it's new to Oregon. I mean, Coach Cristobal, Coach Arroyo had been in the pistol their previous stops a bunch. So just kind of try to add something if I can.
What do you see with Tony? He's a guy who's always been, not really the workhorse guy. Can he take on that kind of a role, or what do you see from him this year?
Yeah, we're about to find out. We're trying to push him into that role. Just see right now he's doing well. He's doing a lot of things well. So we'll just see how it plays out the rest of spring ball.
With a guy like him, you're his third running backs coach in his career, did you kind of do a feeling out of what he's learned from the other two guys, or where do you start with a kind of veteran like that?
Sure, but what we're doing now is just drastically different than anything they've done in the past. So it's been good. I think he's really engaged because he has to be, because you have to kind of learn, the footwork in this offense is crucial. And so he's got to have to kind of learn that as we go. So very attentive and smart kid.
How is it dramatically different than what they've done in the past?
Well, when you're in the pistol, just the footwork of the quarterback and the running back is everything. To where when you're offset and you're in the gun, there's a lot of leeway for kind of mistakes, to where in this offense, in that formation, there's not.
What are you seeing behind Tony in terms of some of the guys who can play?
They're all playing, they're all doing pretty well right now. I like CJ Vardell a lot. Darian Felix is healthy and doing some good things. Travis Dye doing some good things. Cyrus, big run in the scrimmage. So all these guys are doing some really good things. Taj came light years from practice 1 to now. And so I'm really pleased with what he's doing too.
Are you seeing kind of like Tony as being like the featured guy and then everyone behind him, or is it going to be a bit more balanced, do you think?
Yeah, no, it's open. I mean, there's not really a guy that's really separated himself yet, which is a good thing because they're all kind of doing a lot of good things. But eventually you hope 1 or 2 separate themselves as you get into fall camp.
You've got a history with the pistol. Is that sort of something that you're coming in and installing?
I'm just helping them. Yeah, they'd done it before. Coach Cristobal did it at Alabama. Coach Arroyo did it a bunch at Oklahoma State. They just kind of wanted some new ideas, I think, and some different philosophies maybe. Mm-hmm. But I'm just kind of staying in my lane, do what I'm told, and just give them ideas that I think will help us.
What's CJ's development like? What are you guys working on with him the most?
It's just he needs to play. He's a freshman. He was injured I think last year a little bit, but he's a powerful, explosive kid. You just got to get him more reps.
What extra dimension does the pistol add? What can you just add to that a little bit? What you mean, just adding the formation?
Well, the number one thing is your backfield set doesn't tip anything anymore. When your back is offset to one side or the other, the defense basically sets their defense to where the backfield is. And now that we're in that formation, they can't do that. You have zone read football to both sides of the field. Your play action game now, is much more dynamic. So it brings a lot to the table that Coach Arroyo's doing a heck of a job of kind of finding new ways to use it. So it's been fun.
How much of an adjustment is that for the cornerbacks as well and their footwork?
Quarterback not so much as it is the back, but again it's detailed. If you guys are watching practice, there's a lot that goes into that formation. But our kids have picked it up well. Offense is pretty much installed now, and they've picked it up nicely.
With your history with the pistol, is that something that you kind of brought to the program and to Cristobal here, or is that something that he wanted you to bring?
I don't know. They had done it in the past, and Oregon had ran it a little bit in the past. So I just think it just kind of maybe bring new ideas. Bring a kind of we were the ground floor of it, and just some ideas they like, some they don't like, and just kind of put in your 2 cents on what you think would be good and not, and then let them decide what they want to run.
Is it, for defenses, are they more used to it these days? Because when you were at Nevada, it seemed like it was pretty new.
Well, no one's really doing it. Everybody kind of got away from it when everybody's separated. So, we want to be a majority in it. And so, it's tough for defenses. What it does, I think, in my opinion, is it makes defenses kind of show their hand a little bit. But, we'll see how it plays out.
When Taj has been on the field the last couple of years, we've seen him be a bit of a home run threat, but inconsistent. What's he kind of got to do to get himself to be on the field more and more of just a complete player?
Yeah, well, you answered your own question. Consistent. He's got to be able to show he can do it. You don't want to be a one-hit wonder. In this offense, you want a guy who can just keep coming and keep coming and keep coming. You don't want to, every time you send somebody in the game, the defense is like, oh, this is what's coming. You don't want that. And that's what we're trying to get away from here, to where whatever back is in the game or whatever receivers are in the game, that guy can go and go and go and go. And that's kind of what we're looking for.
The success of the running backs, of course, depending on the offensive line. What do you see in this offensive line that you've seen at other places?
Yeah, well, it's really good. You know that to me, you have 3 offensive line coaches here, and 3 really good ones. And that to me, that is for a running back coach and coaching the backs. That's a dream. You know, those guys, they coach them hard, and it's a really good group. Those guys play hard. It's fun to watch.
I know Mario wants to have a physical program. When you have some smaller running backs, Royce and Kenai were the big kind of beefy guys the last couple of years. Just, what's that like for that position group to be kind of small, but also at the same time wanting to have that physical trade? Yeah,
they got to be durable. I'm not really worried about height as much as you got to get their weight to where we want it. But they're gonna have to play hard. I mean, you can't. Like I said, I don't want to be a one-hit wonder. A guy run 2 plays and comes out 3. You can't be that. To be consistent, you got to play, and you got to have depth in your room, and they got to challenge each other, and that's kind of where we're at right now. So, I'm not worried about height as much as I am. They got to keep their body weight up.